And hello everybody and welcome here to round number 7 of season number 1 of the NOFSRL Body Armor Cup Series. We are here this weekend at the Milwaukee Mile in Milwaukee, Wisconsin here for, I don't know if it's the first time stop on the NOFSRL here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at this racetrack, but if it isn't, it's been a long time. Bringing back the mile here in Milwaukee. Absolutely iconic racetrack here. We got qualifying here today for tomorrow's running of the Menards 300. It'll be 69 laps, 12 noon Eastern here. We're joined this weekend alongside with Cameron Garlington here, making first time he's joined us here in the booth. And you know, this is when you see these guys, when you have guys who've never been to racetracks before, what do you expect as a weekend progresses for a lot of guys who've never been to this racetrack before?
Honestly, just like any track you've never been for, you just kind of test the water. You don't try to, be a hero doing too much. You just kind of get your feet wet, do what you can, and then later in the race, if you can get the track down, that's when you start making moves. But other than that, really just don't try to be a hero and wreck the car in the first few laps,
Definitely here. Those first laps always critical here. Should be interesting. Race 7 of the season. Obviously, season starting to tick into full gear here. We had a pretty epic race pretty good race last weekend at the Denver Motorsports Park. Going to be interesting to see how we can top that here this weekend at Milwaukee. But let's take a look through the. Let's see how they're running so far. So it's right now Patrick Smith in the 11. He's got the provisional pole. Brandon Nelson in the 18 is in P2. Then you got Zachary Fitzwater in the 08. Eric Monaco somewhere around this racetrack. Oh, Keegan Thompson just bumped up to second. Oh, lots of bump ups there. Chase Buck to the front row. Robbie Noonan to P3. Keegan Thompson somewhere. He's up to P4. I'll make that 5 as Nelson bounces back. And we were talking, and obviously on these tough tracks here, you have two things going that make qualifying important. It's like, how hard do you go in qualifying here, knowing that Milwaukee's kind of a tough track to pass, and on top of that, because this is a tough track to pass, being top 10 in points, it makes that starting track position so much more important.
No, it does, and honestly, I think in qualifying, the best thing that you can do is to get up behind someone, get in that draft, or, just not try to pass too many people. Definitely going to be a little bit faster than a car that's maybe, by himself, but, just not trying to do too much. Keep your car in a lane and, drive like no one's trying to race you. So that's, I think that would be the best strategy going, at least into the qualifying.
Definitely hear a lot of guys, and staying in the tow here always helps, even at a track like this. But check that. We got another change at the top of the leaderboard. A lot of change going on here. Christopher Alphaby, our Daytona 500 winner. He's gone kind of quiet the past few weeks. He's up to Scott Upton has blown up, it looks like, or ran out of fuel. We're not entirely sure. Taking a look, though, at the top of the leaderboard, right now it is a Patrick Starr Racing 1-2 here at the Milwaukee Mile. It's Christopher Alphaby, and then it's Zachary Fitzwater, now Patrick Smith, and then it's Fitzwater, Chase Buck, Robbie Noonan, Christian Russell, Zydell Davis, Kelly Rhodes, last week's winner, and Brandon Nelson. Take a look there through some other notables. Josh Williamson, Angel Olvera, 1-2 in the points. Sitting there outside the top 10. Now, as you're taking a look here, when the checkered flag flies tomorrow, we're going to be 7 races into a 26 race season. We're going to have less than 20 to go on the schedule. For the guys who may be sagging back in points a bit, and obviously with the point system, it can be both easy and difficult to make up. How important is it, if you need that bounce back run, how important is it to start getting those big points days as soon as possible, especially given the points format that we use here.
Oh, extremely important. You know, you go 5, 6 races, 7 races without really doing much. You know, there's a couple of guys that still don't have points, but the longer the season goes and the less chances you have to really gain ground, you know, the longer the season goes, it's going to be a lot harder, you know, especially for some of these guys that are a lot more consistent, getting points every race, every other race. It's a real, just, you got to work hard for it, and you know, having that bounce back race is definitely something that you're going to have to work for and definitely hold close.
Now, points not easy to come by here in the Body Armor Cup Series. You got to earn every one you get. But taking a look here, another update. Totally not rigged at all. Thomas Lipscomb in the Menards car, currently sitting on provisional pole here in Menards 300 qualifying. And as I say that, Dylan Wilson in the Advanced Auto Parts 97 jumps to the top. But then it's Lipscomb, and then right behind them, it's still the 2 Patrick Star cars. And then the 72 has him, the 11 of Patrick Smith, Clifton, Angel Olvera, Brett Sierra, and Josh Williamson. So got a lot of teammates in the top 10. Also, you got the top 2 in points. A lot of competitive battles. A pretty dicey qualifying session. We've seen a lot of drivers swap the lead around here. Take a look through the rest of the field. Oh, somebody just bumped up. Oh, somebody bumped up again. Moved Eric Monaco in the 9 car. He jumps up to P3 in that number 9 Holden. Announced this week, Holden isn't going to be returning in Season 2. Chevy will be taking their place. It's going to be, as technically speaking, Holden is a Chevy, but Chevrolet going to be bringing the Camaro next season. Taking a look here now, Olvera's up to P3. That would be a big... He can get another big points day here, and Josh Williamson struggles. It's going to put him in the catbird seat on this championship. Taking a look here throughout the field, you got Haslam, Smith, Clifton, and Dale Lightning. Take a look there through some other notables. 2 of our last 3 winners. Let's see here. So you got Rhodes and Nelson, Nashville and Denver winners outside the top 20. Casey Clifton, who won at Twin Ring, is in the top 10. The team always qualifies well. We got 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go here in Menards 300 qualifying.
You know, as this qualifying goes on, you can see a lot of these guys, their times are dropping below 27 seconds there. You can see pretty good job there. Most of these guys, though, running that single line, not doing too much passing. Like we talked about earlier, kind of what you want to do here to get that faster time.
And the guys who do seem to get stuck on the outside are the ones who get mired back in traffic. Brandon Nelson sitting 23rd on the charts right now, but no, this is a unique racetrack. It's definitely going to be tough to pass here when we go racing tomorrow. It's not the easiest racetrack to pass around. It's really only a 1-lane racetrack, but you know, sometimes you can make it work at 2. And as I always say, if you can't make the lane work, you know, there is always the front bumper, and that can always do the job too here. But let's just take a look here. 1 minute to go. Dylan Wilson up by 0.04 of a second over Thomas Lipscomb. I don't know if anybody's gonna get him here. Pretty fast lap set by that 97. Take a look at Alexander Rowe. He might get one more shot at the lap, so that'll be interesting to see. He always qualifies well here. And let's see. Should be interesting though, especially the points battle between Williams and Olvera. They're definitely getting to the point where those two, if they have another good race, they could definitely separate themselves from the field tomorrow.
Oh, certainly, definitely. You know, starting where they're starting, especially in the points, that's kind of a big deal.
Let's see here. Ooh, Trans-Tasman Racing in the clutch, moving both of their cars into the top 4. Big last gasp effort from the Holden, 2 of the Holdens. Actually, now all 4 Holdens are in the top 7. So you got Yo in second, Barreto in 4th, Zidell in 5th, and Eric Monick goes in 7th. So a clutch last dash effort for the Holden boys. As we enter the 30-second run off here for qualifying, just waiting for laps to be complete, I don't think. So watch Equan has him. I think he's the only one who might be even close. And let's see. Not going to get it there. I don't see anybody else. Patrick Smith maybe. I don't see anybody else who looks like they're going to spring up to the top of the leaderboard. Final 30-second runoff here. So barring a Hail Mary, it looks like it's going to be Dylan Wilson and Colton Yo on the front row. It'll be Dylan Wilson's first pole of the season, and I think the first Dodge pole of the year. So a good run there for NS Racing in qualifying. Colton Yo, best starting spot he's had all season. Take a look here at your top 10. Yo, Lipscomb, Barreto, Zidell, Olvera, Monaco, Patrick Smith, Alphabet, and Fitzwater. So a lot of things to watch there for. You got all 4 of the Holdens. You got both the Patrick Star Racing machines. And then you got Lipscomb, totally not rigged at all in the Menards car. Starting up front there in the Menards 300 tomorrow. Take a look there at the rest of the 32 car starting grid. It's going to be a fun one tomorrow. Should be 12 noon Eastern. Might be a little earlier, 11 a.m. depending on, obviously, other things around the league. But it shall be a fun one when we go racing tomorrow. But that is all for us today from qualifying. Congratulations to Dylan Wilson on behalf of Cameron Garlington. Matt Tuck, we will see you guys tomorrow for at the Milwaukee Mile.